and gentlemen, and welcome back to SimAirport. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back here at ConflictNerd International Airport, where things are about to get very, very interesting today. Well, the first thing I'd like to do is actually show you something that was updated in SimAirport, which is scheduling. It has changed, and in a pretty cool way. So you can go ahead and now schedule all of your flights per gate, as well as per time, the way you were able to do so before. So I'm going to go through real quick, and I'm going to reschedule a lot of my flights, but only up to gate A4, because 5, 6, 7, and 8 aren't currently active. Although, we do need Galactic Point 1216 to be shifted back a little bit. It does need to stay at gate A9, because it is a big flight. This flight's not so big, so it's going to move up to about there, I think. Should be totally fine for that particular flight. Then the rest of them need shuffled about a little bit as well. Now, while we're doing this, actually, you know what? While we're doing this, I'm just going to focus on doing this, because I have a really bad habit of talking about different things whilst doing one thing and then forgetting to focus on the thing I'm doing. If you've been around the channel for, hell, 5 minutes, you might have noticed. So let's just go ahead and get all of this in here like so. You're going to go up to that gate. Then Super Alliance 7758 can stick there at gate 10 for the 10 p.m. slot. So that is scheduling. It has changed. It's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. It's kind of interesting. Although, we have changed scheduling, but we are going to have some issues today. Day 27 is going to be a bit tricky, because a lot of flights are going to be coming into gates that they're not supposed to be going to. Tomorrow will be a better day. Now, speaking of better days, since this series has been pretty much daily since it started, except for one day where I didn't post any videos, okay, right. So, if you've watched any of my daily series before here on the channel, you'll know that I like to treat them as not vlogs as much as little snippets into how I'm doing or what's up with me or whatever. And if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know I wasn't originally planning on posting any videos today, because I've been having a lot of trouble with recording lately. And I want to talk about this because I feel like I just need to, but I don't feel it warrants its own video. I think that's dumb, and it does kind of relate to this series in a really stupid way. It's self-imposed stress. I want to just say that. It's like, no one watching this has done anything wrong. Basically, this series is doing phenomenally well, and I'm so happy about that. And I'm so happy that people are enjoying this game so much on the channel. And I've been sitting for the last 6 hours trying to record a video, this video, and every time I get 30, 40 minutes in, I'm like, it's just not right. It's just not good enough. And I've decided that with this recording, I don't care. I just want to play video games, man. I just want to have fun, and I like to think that's part of the reason, at least, people enjoy these videos, because it is just fun, and I'm just making mistakes and learning from all that kind of stuff. So what I'm getting at, I guess, is I'm incredibly grateful for the support in this series. With the day off a couple of days ago was sort of for a similar reason, self-imposed stress. And when I say at the beginning of a video like this one that I hope you're having a wonderful day, that's not just an intro. I do genuinely mean it. So I do hope you're having a wonderful day, because my day could be going a little bit better, and hopefully tomorrow will be a much better day. So with that soppy nonsense out of the way, good lord, that got deep. Today I have some plans. I would like to expand my security area. And what I'm thinking for security is that I'd like to expand it out to the road, and also expand it down into this space. What I'm also thinking is that I will go ahead and build myself just a little bit of a wall in here, and then I'd like to go to foundations, and I'd like to bring some foundations down like this, because we're gonna move the arrivals corridor just a little bit. Because like I said, security needs to be a wee bit bigger, if I do say so myself. So we're hopefully going to get that built relatively quickly. What we are going to do is go to clear. We're going to clear those out of there. I guess we could clear this bit of wall as well, but I don't think that's incredibly necessary. What I would like to do is get some carpet in here, though. Just like that. As well as some security exits, although we can't place those until the carpet's in, so that's a bit of a pain in the butt. We'll not worry too much about it. These guys have got that new bit of corridor done there, which is beautiful to see. Need to bring a little bit across here, need to get the security exits in, and then we have the new corridor. So let's go to foundation, let's go like this, and that's going to be the new exit for arriving passengers, I guess. I'd also like to go ahead and clear out these benches because we don't really need them. And that right there is the new arrivals space. Now what we can do is go to demolish. We can tear all of this out of there. We can get rid of that bit of wall as well. There are a lot of people that are having issues with their flights at the moment. That's going to be a mix of cancelled flights, such as this one potentially, which failed to reserve a gate because it wanted to go to A6, but A6 isn't an operational gate just yet, and it's not going to be, even though it could be. We absolutely, you know what? While my builders are working on that, we'll get a 5, 6, 7, and 8 up and running, but we're not really going to bother assigning any flights to it. Ideally, what I'd like to do is get my security and ticketing areas working perfectly so that I can go ahead and massively expand on things like incoming flights and all that stuff. That's my plan. Whether or not it works, well, we'll see. Right, let's get rid of those and let's get rid of those. And I'm going to need to put some walls in here because this is going to be a bit of a security breach. So we'll get that done immediately. We'll get this done immediately as well. Fortunately, it is coming up towards... I was going to say it's coming up to the end of the day, but it's actually not. So if we can get these walls in really quickly, guys, that would be great. Any builder gonna... Are we just going to leave that open? No, there we go. So the security breach is over. That's absolutely perfect. And this is the new area for arrivals, which is fine. Now, something else I'd like to do is I'd like to move the CFO and COO's offices just into this little space down here, because we are going to want to repurpose some of the space up in the main terminal for basically more security, more ticketing, all that stuff that I've been talking about. Speaking of which, we do need to go to objects, and we do need to move the ATC tower up into that space, because I kind of want it out of the way. Oh, and that totally reminds me, I also need to work on baggage stuff, because at the moment, the only baggage routing station we have is right there, right at that point there, which means if a plane comes in down here, my baggage carts need to go all the way around. So what I'd like to do is put baggage routing down here somewhere, and then have it on a separate system. So I'm thinking 2 groups of ticketing desks could serve 2 different baggage routing stations, and thus 2 different baggage carousels. Now, the reason that's kind of important is we could have 1 group of ticketing desks serving these 5 gates, and then the other group serving these 5 gates. 1 carousel for these 5 gates, and another carousel for these 5 gates. And then we would have 2 groups of baggage cars and 2 different baggage routing stations on either side of the terminal as well. Now, that's just an idea. Whether or not I do that, I don't yet know. But I think it might be a pretty good idea to do that. And I should say, I have actually tried it already, because I was streaming this game a couple of nights ago over on my Twitch channel. If you saw the stream and came out to it, thank you very much. If you didn't, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to, because I did play copyrighted music the whole way through the stream. So even if you were subscribed to me on Twitch, which you need to be to actually watch recorded streams back on my channel, even if you were subscribed, the chances are the stream is mostly muted because of the copyright thing on Twitch, which is vastly better than YouTube, by the way. YouTube would have just pulled the stream immediately, but Twitch lets you broadcast it. You just can't watch it back, which I think is fair. But one thing I did with that was I did toy around with, well, in sandbox mode, I did toy around with a mostly symmetrical airport and also symmetrical baggage systems and ticketing systems and all that stuff. I also had a lot more room for security, so there's that as well. That was nice, having a lot more room for security. I'll be honest, it was a little bit better than what we've got going on here. But I'll make this work, don't you worry. So we're currently sitting at $252,000, which is not bad, honestly. That's a decent bit of cash right there. What I'm thinking we do is we begin by bringing some foundations right out to the road. So out to about there. Although for some reason it seems like it's going to leave some bits of wall there. There was a door there originally, wasn't there? That's why it's leaving those bits of wall. So if I go in and demolish you, there should still be foundation underneath that. Maybe not. Interesting. Can I get some foundation there, please? I'd like some foundation there, please. That'd be really nice, to actually have some, you know, floor in my security zone. Or are they just gonna leave it? Are we just gonna have is that gonna be a feature? Have we got some feature lawn in the security zone? Look over there as you're being strip searched. A beautiful garden. That's, guys? Builders? Are you just... Yeah, they're just down there. Can't help but notice that, that's... Yeah, that is very strange. Any of my builders gonna... Oh, wait a minute. You know what? They're probably waiting on construction materials because the garbage thing's taking a while. That's what it is. And that's something I actually need to address. I need to move garbage. Because garbage should probably be after deliveries, so deliveries don't get backed up all that much. Now, are you guys gonna... Yeah, there we go. So the feature garden is going away, which is probably for the best. What I'd like to do next, though, is I'd like to expand this... I'd like to expand security into this space a little bit. This restroom here is probably gonna go away. And what I'm thinking is we go to clear for a second and we clear out all of that. So we clear out all of that. We go to wall and we bring ourselves a wall like, maybe not like that. We bring ourselves, hold on. I need my builders to remove all this stuff because what I want to do is, why can I not build there? Blocked by pending construction. I somehow doubt that. I want to bring a wall like that and that. And I'd like to do the same up here, sort of. I want to bring this wall over like... Why can I not do that? Right, do I need to sell these benches? Is that what it is? Is that all it took? It looks like it was. Okay, and then I want to do this. So this door up here is going to be the exit for security. This is going to be the exit for arriving passengers. So what we do is this sort of thing with the carpet, just to show off what exactly that's meant to be. Then this little bit in here can be that other sort of non-patterned carpet. And that might look kind of cool. Possibly. It should also make sure things stay relatively secure as well. Which is obviously kind of a priority, you know, it's an airport and all that. So let's go to clear. Let's destroy this bench and destroy that bench as well. This bench is in a little bit of an awkward spot, but it should be okay. So that actually looks exactly the way I wanted it to. That's absolutely perfect, because this space in here could have benches, it could have vending machines, an ATM, it could have anything. But what this does is it separates, sort of, the passengers that would be going from security to their gate, and from their gate to arrivals, which is kind of a good thing. And then this wall also marks the edge of security. Now, this little space down here, I don't know what this is going to be, but I kind of want it to be a room, and I also want to see if I do that, will it by any chance, is it going to build me walls here, or is it going to build me floors? Please build me floors. Please don't build like double walls. Oh, it's going to build double walls, isn't it? Is it going? Oh, wow, that's a lot of people. Did we have a big plane? We did have a big plane. We're also on $424,000 at the moment, so this expansion is going to be quite easy. Oh, for God's sake. Cancel project, please. And demolish. That's not really what I wanted, lads. Why are you all still building? Come on. That's enough of that. So demolish that. Let's do this instead, and I think this will do what I want it to do. So do that sort of thing. That's gonna get rid of the wall. Wow, come on, man. That was demolished. That wasn't what I wanted either. I'm good at this. Good at video games, guys. Real good at video games. Right, build me a wall there. These guys are currently able to get out, but that's not a security breach technically, so that's totally fine. Right, so we do this next. That's gotta be a room, right? That's gotta be a room. I could put some vending machines in there, though, if it's not. Like, if it ends up being a little cutaway space, which I'm fairly convinced it's gonna be. Oh, they're building... No, they're building walls, sort of. Why didn't they build a wall there? That's odd. Right, build me a wall there. And then clear the walls from that space. We'll put some vending machines in there. It's gonna be beautiful. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. What we can also do is head up here and clear out the 2 offices that we have. And in doing so, we're going to move the CFO and we're going to move the COO down to their new offices. So there we go. We got some work to do down here. A lot of people angry. Why are you angry? Did you have a flight that got cancelled? No, you just seem to miss it. That's actually a bit of an issue that we're currently having. A lot of people are coming down to this restroom to relieve themselves, as opposed to going to the one up in the terminal itself. Which, funnily enough, I mean, that's not really a good idea. You know, going to the restroom that's bloody miles away from where you need to be. Not a great plan. But let's go ahead and get ourselves a... little food vending machine just there. These people are enjoying themselves. They're having a nice seat. We could get ourselves a... What do we want? What do we want in here? We could get some decoration, decorative plants. I kind of like the idea of an ATM though. Maybe an ATM in here would be a good idea. A couple of ATMs in the wall or something. We'll do that. We might as well. Some people can sit on their way out of arrivals. They can enjoy themselves, and that's just fine. What I'd like to do, though, is spend some of this over $500,000 that we have on extending security a little bit. Now, this is going to be a pain in the butt because it is actually going to get rid of a lot of the walls that I like around here. But it's going to give me so much room to expand security that I can't really not be excited about it. I can't not be excited about it, but what I am going to do to make sure it goes quickly is double my workforce. I'd also like to really quickly go to clear and go to zones and go to none. Because what I'm thinking actually is rather than trying to move garbage down to here, because that's going to be a pain in the butt, I'm just going to extend a road like this a little bit and like this a little bit, and garbage is just going to go a little bit further in. Because that's gonna just save things a little bit, isn't it? That's just gonna make it a little bit easier to manage the old garbage. So we'll do a 4x4 area should be fine for garbage. Could do the same on this side. So we'll do that sort of thing. You can only have one garbage area though, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. But what we can do is fill it up with dumpsters, because apparently filling your garbage area with dumpsters is something that's a really good idea, because the janitors won't use the dumpsters unless, like, the area is full of them. So we'll see how this goes, I suppose. I mean, deliveries are coming in no problem. We are going to have a bit of an issue with security, which has me a little bit concerned, because this is technically going to be... Actually, is it going to be a security breach now that I think about it? Because technically you can't get... Can you get into there without going through a security gate? I don't know if you can. Well, we'll see. What I'd like to do next is go to build and go to clear. Clear out that wall. I'd like to clear out that wall. There is now a security breach. That's totally fine. We want to rebuild that wall. rebuild that wall, and rebuild that one. And that should then get rid of the security breach. Now, unfortunately, these guys are currently working on things that aren't to do with the old security thing. But here comes the garbage truck. I'm curious to see if my plan actually works. It absolutely does. Beautiful. So garbage is not going to be a problem anymore. These guys are rebuilding the walls, which means we have a secure airport again. And this is going to be the mega security zone. I'm quite excited about it. The name might hype it up a little bit too much. I'll give it that. Mega security, maybe, maybe not a great name. But I'm keen. I'm keen to see what happens with it. I'd also like to get some doors. So a sliding door just there. And a sliding door just there. I'd also like to get myself some benches, because benches are pretty cool. So a couple of benches there. They actually fit really nicely as well. What's more, we can totally get some flight info displays. Oh no, we can't get them there. It's not technically usable in that position, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. I guess we have flight info just opposite there. What if I put flight... I can put it there, but not there? Interesting. That actually has an orientation. I did not know that. Okay. We could put flight info there, but we'll not bother with it just yet because we are about to rework security. You are currently stuck, so go home and phase through the wall. Yeah, that's what I wanted you to do. Let me get a new floor for the security zone, because that seems like a pretty good idea to me. I want to go for this, just all up in that, because that seems like a pretty good floor for the security zone. Something nice and sterile, something nice and clean, you know? Something that's going to be like, yo, this is a security zone. Serious business takes place in here. Please, sir, turn off your camera. That kind of place. I'm not saying I've, well, I haven't actually had a security person tell me to turn off my camera because I'm too much of I'm too worried to walk through airport security holding a camera. Because one of my biggest fears going through airport security is they're going to point to the microphone on top of the camera and they're going to say, what's that? And I went to, I went to film school, guys. I sound so pretentious. But I basically went to film school. And those directional microphones on the end of a boom pole are quite often referred to as shotgun microphones. Now, on the list of words you probably don't want to say to airport security, shotgun is up there. That's pretty high up there. Shotgun is not a word I ever want to say to airport security. So the thing is, I'll totally forget that that's not a word you want to say to airport security, and I'll be like, oh, it's a shotgun microphone. They'll be like, shotgun, you say? Is that right? Can you come here, sir? I'd like a word with you. And that's when I get bloody decked across the face, and I'm never allowed in the airport again. I really hurt my hand there, Jesus. I actually full on just punched my left hand. Right, let's not do that again. So this is gonna be a... Jesus Christ, my hand properly... Christ, why did I do that? I could have just like I could have just moved my hands close to the mic and just went... Just done that. I could have just done that, but apparently no, I don't know if I've hurt my left hand more or my right hand, Jesus. My knuckles are feeling a bit sore in my right hand now. I've just beat myself up! I've just beat my... I've just beat myself up. There's a first time for everything. I want to fight. Right. Moving on, I suppose. What I'd like to do here, I think, is I'd like to get a good number of metal detectors in here. Although I'd like to measure the room as well. I'd also like some carpet at the end of it. So, let me do that, and let me do this. So the room here is 24 along, or 20, yeah, that's actually perfect. So I can get 12 metal detectors in that space, which is pretty good news. So what we'll do, or we could get 12 body scanners, which I mean, we kind of have the money to do it. But metal detectors, I think they are a bit smaller, they are a bit cheaper, so I'll stick with metal detectors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then I want to build a wall that goes like this. Those are all maybe a little bit too close to the wall, but I'll make it work. So that wall's going to filter people up and around and through security in a way that I deem to be acceptable. I also realized that getting rid of one of the security... You know what? I can clear those metal detectors once they're placed, and then it won't cost me anything to build them again. But I want to get rid of this one security station, because it's sort of... It's the one that's most in the way at the minute. And I think what we'll do with this episode is, rather than spending this entire time working on security and ticketing, we'll focus on security today, and in the next one, we'll do ticketing. That seems like a reasonable enough thing to do. So this right here is the way security is going to work. A lot of people trying to filter around there, but that's what I want to see. I want to see them filter around like that because it looks pretty cool. What I'd also like to do is clear all of these security, all of the metal detectors, because I want to move them back a little bit to be in line with the wall there. So if my builders wouldn't mind coming along and getting rid of all of these, that'd be absolutely beautiful. Oh, that one's in the wrong spot. Cancel, please. Let's just pause the game while I do this, because the frame rate's a little bit better when I'm not actively running the simulation. So there we go. That's going to be perfect. That's a wall of metal detectors. Not going to take very long to install those at all. We're filtering everyone down through security. And what I'm thinking is we are going to get rid of another security station just here. Bit risky, I know, but I can make it work. Fairly confident anyway. I'm not guaranteeing anything. This might go horribly, but, you know. You live and you learn, and nothing was ever achieved without any sense of risk. That's probably a thing. Right. So I want a scanner there, and there, and there, and not there. There and there. Cancel that one. There. We leave a gap of 2. We leave a gap of 2. And we leave a gap of 2. So that's where all the bag scanners are going to go. And what we could do is actually put more bag scanners in here, but I'm curious to see what happens with this. Because what I want to do is I want to get the ID stands on all of these, and I want to get some nice long queues for security. Because if there's one thing people in airports love, it's really long queues. That's the best part of the airport experience. Yeah, you can tell how often I fly and what I think of it, can't you? Right. So we'll put the ID stands there, there, and it looks like we're gonna need to go back to clear this bit right here. We're almost done with the new security area, and I've not had a massive disaster yet. This is amazing. Okay. What's more is every security area that I clear out, the staff are filtering down to start making the new area work, which is great. So let's get another ID check stand. We'll throw it just there. And that is pretty good. Okay. Now what I want to do is work out how these queues are going to work. So each ID check stand is technically responsible for 2 metal detectors, which are 4 across. So yeah, I don't know what that's going to work. I think we're just going to do big queues of 3 with a gap separating the queues. So if we do this sort of thing, then that sort of thing, then that sort of thing, we can just sort of bring that back and forth like this. Which is, I guess, a decent-sized queue. We could go further back with it, though, couldn't we? I don't know why I'm leaving that big space on the left side there. I mean, I do want room for people to be able to filter through, and not just walk over every one of the queues, but we don't need that much space. So let's go back to about not there. Let's come back a little bit. Actually, you know what? We'll do this. We'll leave a gap of 3 there at the end. And we'll just yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. So we'll do that as the spacing for the queues. We'll always leave a gap between them because I can put some flight information in there. I can put some plants in there. That'll give the passengers a bit of an environment boost. It'll give them information, which is actually a thing that keeps the passengers happy. So this will be fine. And the queues are bigger than the ones we had before, which is absolutely perfect. So we'll bring this around like that. That one's going a little bit far. That one's not necessary. There we go. So that works. Let's get you assigned to that queue. Let's get you assigned to that queue. We'll get you assigned to that queue and get you assigned to that queue. Okay, so that's 4 of the new stations working. Let me clear this completely. I realize I haven't hugely expanded security, but the thing is, with it being vertical like this, I mean, I'm going to move ticketing up to here anyway, so there is going to be room between ticketing and security, and I think I'll leave some room between ticketing and security intentionally so that we can add more in should we need to. I think ticketing, I'm going to just perpetually have it move up the map. Security can sort of fill in the middle bit, and then baggage is at the bottom. You, sir, are just standing around. Go home. There's probably someone looking for you. So let's just bring this over like so, and bring this, it's a little bit too far. Bring it back a little bit. Bring you over. Oh, God. I'm getting really good at this queue thing. Oh, my God. Getting real good at the queue thing. Right. Bring this back and around and like that. So that seems pretty good. I like it. That's a whole bunch of queues for a whole bunch of security. I'm not entirely sure if we have every part of security staffed at the moment. In fact, I can see that we don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24, 30. So we need 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more should be enough. So that looks like everything's staffed to me, which is perfect. So security is a go, which is beautiful news. So let's see what we can do with this area over here. Can we make it a little bit better? First off, I think flight info between all of the queues is going to be a really good shot, because I think that'll keep people nice and happy. I'm sort of thinking that flight info over here could be an idea as well. Possibly, although flight info between the queues is probably fine. I'll put flight info at the ends of the queues as well, so that by the time you've gotten through, you can at least look and go, oh God, security's taken so long, I've missed me bloody flight. I'll also put some plants in, because that'll be a nice thing for the passengers. They might happen to enjoy it. We'll go for a mix of plants as well. So we'll do those ones. Then we'll do the decorative ones, because that'll probably look alright. Is it obvious I'm not much of an interior decorator? Well, it should be. Also, did I just put the wrong... I put the wrong bloody plants in, didn't I? Alright. That's probably fine. We'll get some of the ones with flowers in here like this. And then we'll do sort of we'll do a double up with flowers in the middle. Man, if you had allergies, this security area would probably be hell. Now that I think about it, because you're just bundled in amongst the flowers. Oh, that would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? That really wouldn't be pleasant. But fortunately, everyone that comes, we have, is it non-allergenic or something like that? They don't actually trigger people's allergies. That's the kind of plants we have here. We have a really sophisticated research and development department, made up of the top scientists in the world here at ConflictNerd International Airport. We care. That's That's our motto. We care. Apparently. Right. I would like to do a little something here with security. I want to just get a little door there and then leave this bit open. And I want to bring a wall across here. I'm also noticing... Are people coming up? Where are you all going? Are you all going to the restroom down there? You know why I think they're going to the restroom? I think they're going to the Why are they going down again? Why are they going around like that? Is that a shorter path to take? That is really odd. Okay. Okay, fair enough. To each their own, I guess. Let me bring a wall over there. Let me put a little door just there. And let me build a little bit of floor. Just there. So that's going to funnel people through security in exactly the way I want them to funnel through security. Now, there's a lot of people still coming up to use this restroom. I don't like that. I really don't like that they're doing that. I might actually get rid of the restroom. You know what? I might get rid of all the restrooms that aren't inside the departures area, which, I mean, admittedly sounds a bit unfair. But I think it's unfair to my security staff who are working their butts off, let me mention. They're working their tuchuses off. And what are they getting in return? People are walking all over and all through the airport. People are walking from departures to arrivals, through security, all because they need a dump. Well, that's not good enough. That's no excuse. Oh, God. What am I saying? Right. Okay. Can I build things just along here to block people from walking through the security space? I want to force them to use the queue. So I'm gonna. Let me go to flight info and put it there. And there. Let me go to the plants again. And we'll do a plant and then a not there. Some plants in the middle. All along like that. Then the rest of them are made up of the normal plants. And that'll force people to use the queues, I think. That'll stop them from being able to walk through there as well, which is exactly what I want. So we'll get that all built. They are funneling through security exactly the way I wanted them to. Which is beautiful. And, yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of this restroom here. I think we're gonna have to. So, it's not a zone, and it's also gonna be cleared out. Which is unfortunate. I don't think it's necessarily fair, but I don't think it's fair on my staff either. So that's no longer a restroom. People can just use the bathroom that is inside the departures area. One thing we might see is people going down to departures for the bathroom. I'm seeing some people going back out of security down to the restrooms in arrivals, which is interesting. Like, they're actually getting their security check done, then turning around. Why are they going that way? That makes no sense. That's so strange. Yeah, that is particularly weird. Like, really weird. What if I was to change the baggage claim zone? So if baggage claim comes up like that and like that, it's now technically behind a security gate. So I guess we'll see what happens. Ticketing is definitely having some issues, but ticketing actually has a much bigger space now. We might not need to expand it too much, but we'll deal with that, I think, in the next one. There's a lot of people going down towards baggage claim there. That's a lot of people doing that. That is actually kind of worrying. I'll tell you what we could do, though. We could definitely make this bathroom a little bit bigger. Because if we clear that door, we can put a bit of a wall there and then massively extend this restroom back this way. So put a bit of a wall there. Clear out that bit of wall. And we're going to have a nice big restroom, which I'm kind of excited for. Also, I just saw this guy here walking back through. there are people, it looks like, coming up from arrivals to go back through security. So that's interesting, is what that is. So we'll extend that restroom like so. That is a security breach. Can we get that wall built, please? Seriously, where are my builders? There's the wall, so that's fine. So that restroom should be back to normal, which it is. Let's get ourselves some toilets. And let's put them along that wall. So we have a nice big restroom there. And this set of sinks can go along the top wall the way the restroom usually is. So that will hopefully encourage people to relieve themselves in departures. But I really don't know why it's working like that. It's really, really strange to me. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I'd say we've done a pretty good job with the security expansion. Next time, we're going to have to grow ticketing. And once that's done, towards the end of the next episode, we're going to be able to get a lot of planes coming into these other gates. I don't think we're ever going to go more than maybe 3 of the big planes in any one day. Number 1, because we don't desperately need the money, and number 2, because I kind of like my frame rate being somewhat watchable. So with that in mind, oh my god, why did you all miss your flight? What just happened? It was cancelled because it couldn't reserve a runway. Interesting. Well, why were you all down in baggage claim? Is it the benches? I feel like it might be the benches. I'm gonna try and get rid of the benches. And possibly the food vending as well. I realize there's no food vending or ATMs or bins in the upper part of the airport, is there? Let's get some benches here before I wrap things up, just so we can see what happens. So, let me get some benches like this. We'll put them over here, like so. And we'll just leave, you know, these regular gaps between them. So that it just sort of looks like, it almost looks like you'd be waiting for like a bus over here or something like that. We can get some food vending machines. We'll get one there. We'll get one there. We'll get electronics vending as well. We could get flight info displays. I feel like that's probably a good idea for this space. And I guess we could get some ticketing kiosks as well, because we don't currently have any of those. So a couple of ticketing kiosks just like that. And that area should hopefully be a little bit better. I guess we'll see what happens. People seem to be keen to use it though, which is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, look at this. That's not so bad. That's a nice little area right there. Okay, well, ladies and gents, I am going to leave it there for today. So thank you kindly for watching once again. Like I said towards the start of the episode, I do genuinely hope you've had a wonderful day. If you like the video, etc., etc. And with that in mind, once again, thank you kindly for watching. This has been SimAirport Part 7. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!